Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance, and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Tokyo, it's showtime! Introducing to you first on my right, the WBA World Champion fighting out of the red corner. Entering the ring wearing black trunks with gray trim, hailing from Kumamoto, Japan. He weighed in at 53.4 kilograms or 117 and 3/4 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign to the ring with a record of 12 wins, no losses, 3 draws with 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight he is making the second defense of his title. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the current, reigning and defending and undefeated WBA Bantamweight Champion of the World, introducing Seiya Saito Tsutsumi. And his opponent across the ring, the interim world champion, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks, fighting out of Las Vegas by way of Taliban in the Philippines. He weighed in at 53.4 kilograms, or the same as his opponent, 117 and 3/4 pounds. In a remarkable career spanning 24 years, he holds a record of 43 wins, 8 losses, with 28 wins coming by way of knockout. Currently the WBA interim bantamweight champion tonight in his 25th world title appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the future Hall of Famer, the always battle-ready and the acclaimed 5-division champion of the world, introducing the Filipino Flash, Nonito.
Once again, referee in charge is now ready to give instructions. This is between Seiya Tsutsumi of Tokyo, Japan, and he is up against Nonito Jr., the Filipino Flash versus the Cyclone, the names of which this entire fight card was built around.
This is a legendary fighter before us, Nonito Jr. And, once again, he is against Father Time, and once again, he will attempt to defy the odds in front of the local crowd here at the Kokugikan Arena in Tokyo, Japan.
And Japan, the country itself is no stranger to the exploits and the wonder and the spectacle of Nonito Donaire. Hailing from Talibon, Bohol, representing the Philippines, round number 1, scheduled for 12. This is for the WBA Bantamweight Championship. Seiya Tsutsumi defending his belt against the challenger in Nonito Donaire.
And of course, as we know, Nonito Donaire is the oldest Bantamweight world champion. Again, if he wins this fight, he will be beating his own record in that respect. Of course, you gotta watch out for the left hook, the patented left hook of Nonito Donaire.
And that's exactly what Tsutsumi is avoiding as he keeps circling towards his left. Good command of the center of the ring here by Donaire.
And of course, Nonito Donaire had his training camp in Cebu
at the Omega Boxing Gym, the prestigious Omega Boxing Gym. That's why you see the dream team there with Rachel Donaire and Doc J. Wonko at his corner. Stalking is Nonito Donaire.
Just missing the left hook. And the Tsutsumi is, giving a lot of respect to the power of the legendary Nonito Donaire. And, it's the right thing to do early in the fight. Everyone, both fighters still strong. You don't want to make any reckless mistakes early on.
And still circling to his left is the champion in Tsutsumi. Seiya Tsutsumi is the champion, John. But we all saw what happened when Nonito Donaire walked towards the ring. Everyone's attention was on him. All phones were up. And the venue was electrified. So it goes to show effect in not just in this event, but the entire boxing community when it comes to a Nonito Donaire fight.
Absolutely. That name carries a lot of weight. 2012 Fighter of the Year, all those knockouts, all those left hook knockouts. And of course, when he won the title against Ubali and fighting Raymar Gabalio as well, everyone was shocked that Nonito Donaire was still the same.
Exactly. Still in this game. He's completely defying the odds, and now he's fighting for another title and another world championship belt. However, standing in front of him is Seiya Tsutsumi, undefeated in 12 bouts and 8 bouts by way of of knockouts.
And Trump, you mentioned earlier, like Tsutsumi is now really looking at that left foot by United, circling to his left. So the right hand of United should be.
There, the sneaky uppercut there by Donaire is finding the batter, recognizing the way Tsutsumi is moving. This is why he's sneaking that uppercut with his left hand.
And very active with the left to the body is United as well, mixing it up, body and head, that variety of punches.
It's done. I mean, if you're saying Tsutsumi, you know the legend that is Nonito Donaire, but you have to set that aside. You have to have no respect for your opponent because he wants your death. Absolutely, you have to reciprocate every amount of pain that he's going to inflict on you as you're watching round highlights here from the first round. They're trying to find their range, find their rhythm. They're trying to calibrate their punches and see how they move and react to each other. Round number 2, ladies and gentlemen, scheduled for 12. Donaire with the long black socks and black trunks. Tsutsumi, the champion in black trunks as well, with gold trim and red lining.
Donaire is on attack mode right now. You can see his body language. Front foot forward, looking for that opening. There you go.
Quick jabs to the body and then right hand to the head.
As we said, because he's been circling to the other, I'm trying to avoid the left hook. So the right hand will be there for Donaire.
Roaming punches here by Tsutsumi.
And at 43, he still has that respect from his opponents. That left hook will still be there. That's the last thing to go for a fighter, the power.
Slowly step towards that left hand. It could be a 39 for Tsutsumi.
But again, Ramos can't count out the champion in this fight.
It's undefeated
For a reason.
for a reason. This is his second defense. And what a way to defend your belt against a very worthy opponent, Donaire.
And if you get that name in your resume, that's going to bring you in a lot of good places.
For sure. Quick punch is being deployed by both fighters. Now Tsutsumi goes to the body of Donaire. Staying in front of his opponent is Donaire Jr.
Right, not showing the respect and the power of Tsutsumi, just moving forward, but good head movement on his side.
Left hook there by Tsutsumi. Keeps moving towards his left, but he's still right in front of Nonito.
Good right hand over the top. As I said earlier, that right hand will be there.
Quick 1-2 by Nonito. Another right hand by Nonito.
And you can remember, it was that right hand that hurt Naoya Inoue in their first fight in 2019.
That is very true.
So he has both powers. He has power in both hands.
Good forward movement here by Nonito. And a good jab there from Tsutsumi.
Watch for the overhand right.
Tsutsumi still going towards his left side. However, he's throwing more punches now. He's going to the body, but then he's throwing them right straight to the head.
Good sequence there for Donaire. Overhand right connects for Nonito Donaire. Good neck hook from Donaire. We have been waiting for that since the
To everyone watching us at home and on your screens, wherever you are, good evening. I hope you are enjoying the main event between Seiya Tsutsumi and Nonito Donaire Jr. Para sa ating mga kababayan sa Pilipinas, isang magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. You are watching this fight live from Tokyo, Japan, as Nonito Donaire is trying to add another notch to his legend by snagging away the WBA Bantamweight Championship belt against Seiya Tsutsumi. This is round number 3, scheduled for 12.
This is a very crucial round, I think, because Donaire already got his distance, and as you can see, he's posturing up for something big here.
And the way he's taking command of the center of the ring, no wasted movement, very efficient with his feet. Every time Tsutsumi tries to engage and step inside, with his lead leg, he's being, there's a jab that's waiting for him. Quick jab, quick uppercut to the body. No wasted movement, very efficient, and clean punches.
And that's where the experience comes in. Numerous world championship fights. He's been in this since for as long as we can remember. 24 years in the game.
Nonito has the skill and the experience. Those are very deadly combinations in the fight game. And the way he's taking care of his body, at 43 years old, and you can still perform at world championship level, that's very
Ang ganda ng pinapakita dito ng Pinoy na